Are you looking for a practice amp that won't break the bank, that comes in under $200 for both a 25 watt or a 50 watt version? Something that maybe will take your pedal board very well, something to use in a teaching studio or just in your bedroom so that you don't, wake up your neighbors or your mom and dad. As it turns out, I have exactly that right here next to me. Welcome to the world of guitar, the G25 and the G50. And normally we call it the guitar cam, but in this case today, we are gonna switch over to the Gamma cam. So check this out. This is the newest line of amps from the company Acoustic that made guitar and bass amps for, God knows how long at this point. What Gamma is designed to be, however, is a no frills, no software, easy to take all of your favorite pedals and still get all the juicy tones out of them still at low volume. And the idea is that bedroom or headroom, you have an option for both with the 25 or the 50. Even though it's not a software-driven amp, it still has the highest quality Bluetooth that I have heard in an amp yet. What that means is with this button right over here, you can connect your phone or iPad or whatever device to the amp, and you can play along to your favorite backing tracks or songs or whatever, all while still using your pedal board. What I have rigged up today is my Line 6 Helix. I basically just have a mini kind of fly rig pedal board set up in it. The first pedal in the signal chain is a bass octaver, so some of these tones. Then I have next in line is a compulsive drive. Then what you're hearing the whole time that I'm just kind of leaving on is a reverb. Nice little, what is this one? This one's a hall reverb. And last in line, I have a simple delay. Not bad. Get a little pop there. As I said before, this amp is made to take pedals very well. The first thing it says on here is ideal partner for your stomp boxes or multi-effects, which says everything about it, especially with the modern player who doesn't want to have an amp that has the software of all their pedals in it. They want to be able to manipulate their own pedals to know how they're going to work, maybe in a live environment or something like that. I think that's one of the places that this amp is starting to win my heart, is that I have other practice amps that have software and apps involved. The tones are never the same as what I use live. In this case, I can use the same pedals, tones, and everything that I would use live, I can use it all in this amp. In my case, it's a multi-effect, so I use a Line 6 Helix, and what we're gonna do is this time, the compulsive drive. This is where it really starts to shine. Check this out. There's your rock and roll right there. That is just, Let's click on the simple delay and let's throw. I was a little nervous about the fact that this amp didn't come with a built-in reverb of some sort, because I'm always the guy that with an amp head, I'm always the guy using the built-in reverb. I just, for some reason, I don't know, it always works for me. But with your favorite reverb and delay on this, you really can't go wrong. It softens up the tone so much. And that's one thing I want to stress so much, is that this is a pedal platform, this amp, right? You're supposed to have your favorite reverb. You're supposed to have your favorite delay. And we all have our favorite reverbs and delays, and I just so happen to have mine in my Helix. You will notice right out of the box that it is a boxy sounding amp. It's kind of got that wide, I'm trying to think, maybe like a PV kind of sound to it. And that's, once you throw something like this on there, it starts to brighten up and starts to really come out of its shell. Okay, let's get some bass octaver on this and see how that sounds. I've been waiting for this the whole time to get like big and nasty with the bass octave. Let's see what happens. Get over here to the amp. Now, on top of all this, right here, I'm using voicing 1. Now, we have a second voicing that is a foot switchable option, which you can basically switch over with pretty much any stock foot switch that you could find online. And what that does, it brings us over to these 4 settings, which we have clean, blues, rock, and metal. I'm gonna leave all the settings the same. I'm just gonna switch to voicing 2. Oh, we could drive this sucker. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on a second. This is gonna be the guitar for the metal setting. Welcome to the game, Ibanez H string. Let's see what happens here. Crank that. I just hurt my hand so much on that pinch harmonic. I like bent my knuckle. Oh my God. The fact that you have an amp that takes your pedals as opposed to the built-in effects in it and has Bluetooth that's uninterrupted by the sound of the amp is next level for anyone who's trying to practice at home comfortably, relaxed, not have to get into a whole kind of app scenario. I can't stress that enough. And the little brother here, the Gamma G25, comes in at around $139, which is absolutely ridiculous. So the money you would save on some of the competitors that have built-in effects that don't take your pedals well, you could buy the pedals you really like. Now, I gotta tell you, I have this other one right here. Hold on a second. Yeah, buddy. This right here is the Gamma G50. The ridiculous thing about this amp is that the G25, if I crank it up, is so loud. It is still a bedroom amp, but it's still so loud that I don't even know what I would do with the G50. But I know exactly what this is good for. So I would say that, let me move this guy out of the way really quick. So what it seems to come down to is the G25 is bedroom, the G50 is headroom. This is something that you're gonna end up using. Maybe not only is this your practice amp at home, but it's also your practice amp at the studio with your band. This is something that really could hang around and you could use for exactly that. You can use this with a band environment. If you don't believe me, then check this out. To help me test out to see if the Gamma G50 is loud enough, I have my buddy and professional musician, Brian Morelli. And we are going to see if this thing could stack up in a rehearsal environment. Just remember, none of this is mic'd up right now. Everything you're hearing is just my room mic. Dude, this is really killing it so far, right? Yeah. And I only have it, the first time we did it, I only had it on 3. And so now I'm just going louder just to see what the hell we could do. You know what I mean? I just want to see how loud it pushes it, because that's got to be. Jesus, right? It's a 50-watt amp. Down. Awesome. Different size speakers will have a different impact on the tone, but so far, the G50 and the G25 are surprisingly similar sounding. And this guy, look at this. Look at this sucker in here. Oh yeah, it's blue. This is the 12-inch True Blue speaker, and it just is huge. And not only that, it looks gorgeous, and I like when things look gorgeous. This right here is a 60-watt speaker, so you know that you're pumping out the right amount of sound from the 50-watt amp to this to the 60-watt speaker. Another thing that I think is super important right now is that they use one of these standard guitar amp plugs. So if you are in a gigging environment or a studio practice session environment, you don't have to search for a special kind of power adapter. All in all, guys, I have to tell you that I am super impressed with what this amp is putting out. Thank you guys so much as always. I am Jimmy Franklin, and I will catch you next time.